Good morning, friends. So it is Sunday morning and it's just about 10 o'clock, and Dewey's 24-hour readathon is going on this weekend. And I wasn't able to participate on the Friday night to Sunday night, I guess is how it works. What I'm going to do here, as I always do, is modify the challenge to suit myself. So I'm going to be doing the Dewey's 24-hour readathon modified version. I'm going to do maybe a 48-hour, or try to read for about 24 hours, which is going to be ridiculous because I haven't read for 24 hours combined, cumulative over the last month, I suppose. I'm going to try to do that in 2 days. We'll see how much reading I get done. I'm going to try to track how many hours I actually read this weekend. So I'm starting today at, what I said, 10 o'clock. So it's Sunday morning, and I'll try to go until Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. and see just how much I could read, how many hours, and how many books I could complete, and that kind of stuff. I have a lot going on today. We're supposed to be going to a party, like a birthday party. We woke up to rain, and it's an outdoor party, so I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, or if we'll go. Because if it's indoors, we're not gonna go, because since COVID, I'm not really interested in being around a lot of people indoors. It was supposed to be outdoors, and so that's really the only reason why I'd be leaving my house to go to a party. And so if it's outdoors, however, it might be rained out. So I guess that's what I'm saying. We'll see how that goes. So I'm starting the morning. The little one is still sleeping, and we're having breakfast. And maybe I'll get something read before she wakes up. Let's see. We have to be very quiet. I also had to wash my hair this morning. So, yeah. I hope this video is not just me talking about reading and washing my hair. Hopefully some reading will get done. Stay tuned.
I could stay like this, forever following you.
Daddy, eat up your breakfast.
Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are.
You living your best life?
The Daily News reports the city has closed 7 programs of charter schools that won it following a lawsuit by a group of charter schools. The schools said state law requires officials to extend health services to them. So far, about 125 charter school networks represented about 70,000 students. That's the
Let's stay.
You gonna stand up? Stand up. Oh, look at her.
I thought it wasn't going to rain. They said this morning or yesterday that it was going to rain. Peter?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to come today because it's raining and
You haven't seen
long
from
face
me yet, you know.
It's not raining, I'm supposed to be able to come today.
Somebody has a camera to take a picture.
I can stop.
Are you spilling your snack? Let's put them back.
You're living your best life.
She is. Popeyes.
Tell you something.
I want to tell you something. Tuesday morning, and we're gonna be going out a little later. But before we go, I need to make food. Making breakfast, I'm making some cornmeal porridge, and I'm also gonna be making a bread pudding because my toddler doesn't like bread. Who doesn't like bread? I love bread. My husband loves bread. She will kind of nibble at the bread every now and then, but she doesn't eat enough of it for me to feel like she's eating bread. She also doesn't like eggs. Like, who doesn't like eggs? I love omelets. My husband loves omelets. She not so much. So I make bread pudding, and it's a great way to combine the bread and the eggs and the milk and the butter and everything and make sure she actually eat it. She loves it. She loves it. She'll eat a whole big slice. So I make bread pudding. So that's what I'm making this morning, as well as porridge. So this is the cornmeal porridge simmering on the stove. Stir. So if you are not Jamaican, I don't know which other culture makes cornmeal porridge, but cornmeal porridge, it's some cornmeal, some water, a little salt, a little sugar, a little grate of nutmeg. What else I put in here? Milk. You can put whatever kind of milk you use. Today I'm using condensed milk because I have some of that and it just tastes like my childhood. And I buy these rolls, Hawaiian sweet rolls, from Aldi, and they're like $1.50, and I use the whole tray. In here I just have a little bit of butter that I melted along with some milk. I don't measure anything. I'm gonna crack an egg in here, add some spices, crumble this up, put it all in the bowl, add that, and let it soak for a little bit before I bake it. And I need to do this really early because, like I said, we're going out later. Now the thing with your porridge is you want to keep stirring it because the meal has to kind of swell, thicken, and if you're not almost constantly stirring it, it becomes lumps. And you don't want lumps in your porridge. Like, this is not a lump, this is actually on the spoon. I should take that off, but it's fine. Do you guys see how I find time to do everything except read? But this is my life. So, see? So this is my egg and butter and milk and nutmeg and sugar. Wet it up. Bacon eggs for breakfast.
I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right.
Hi friends. We have entered hour 49 of the 48-hour readathon, so I guess that means we're extending this to the next day. It is Tuesday morning. It's about 10 o'clock, and we are heading out to Readathon. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, I know there are some of you who've been here for a while. You know, when my husband came around, when I met him, and I started talking a little bit about him, I told you that he loves trains. So one of the things that we do every year is we go to a place to rail fan. And rail fans, I guess, are just like people who love trains. They go to see the trains, they go to train yards, or they go to see the trains pass by, usually freight trains. So there's a place that we usually go to. We're not going to go there today. We're going to another place that we've been a couple of times. Last year, around this time, actually, we took her for her first rail fan trip. And I'll show you guys a picture of that. We had a really great picture of the two of them. There's a great picture of me too, but there's a great picture of the two of them seeing her first train, I guess her first rail fan day. So today is rail fan day, And there's a lot of sitting around waiting for trains to come because where we're going is kind of at the end of a line. So there aren't a ton of trains, but it's nice and kind of private. In order to rail fan, you want to go to a place, you want to go to a public space. You don't want to be like on someone's private property loitering and they call the cops or anything like that. So there are a few places in New York or New Jersey or Pennsylvania where you can go and do that. And so we're going to this place today in New Jersey, and while we wait for trains, hopefully I'll be able to read. So I'm still not finished with Mismatch by Sarah Jafari. It's not that great. It's about this 21-year-old woman, this lady who's just graduating from college, and she's obsessing about a guy. She's Muslim, and there's a little bit of her family story, and so the writing is just not that great. But I'm gonna try to finish it because the publisher sent it to me and I want to say something about it online. So I'm gonna try to read that, as well as the book club pick, one of the book club picks for the Run Right Reads book club for September. More on that later. And so now we're moving again. Yay! Rail fanning, here we come. Choo choo. Say choo choo. Choo choo, very good. Choo choo. Choo choo. Choo choo train. We are here and just got stuck. There's a train approaching. Rail fans united! Yay! How she looks at me. She said, "Mommy, what are you doing?" Hi. Hey, tropical cutie. We just went by the Dunkin' Donuts back there. Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins to get some munchkins because, well, we needed to take a little walk. So we found this this sign at the supermarket across the street which says guidelines: mask must be worn unless you're fully vaccinated. Like, I still don't understand that. I try to wear my mask when I'm indoors, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm pushing the kid around this neighborhood, Ridgefield Park. It's nice. My husband is rail fanning. We are apparently shopping. Yeah, we just went for a donut break. And now we go back to rail fanning. Can mommy get a little picture of the pumpkin? Say hi. She's not having it. Mommy, push me. Stop me with it. So I'm struggling with this book. This is The Mismatch by Sarah Jafari. For the amount of time I've already invested in it, I should be further, but I'm only at page 83. It's alternating between this young woman, a 21-year-old recent college graduate, and her mother, when her mother was that age, growing up in Iran. So this woman is living in England but of Iranian background. And there's just not much interesting happening. We're seeing this young woman, she's been restricted by her Muslim beliefs, her Iranian background. And even though she's been in college, she's been experimenting with alcohol and so on. She's never been kissed. And so now she's identified this young man that she is parlaying some kind of a friendship / relationship with, but it's so slow. Like, the only thing that has happened in 83 pages is that she went on a date with a guy that she met at a guy from her school who she really only met at their graduation, and a couple of parties that she's been at, and family dinners, and there's just nothing interesting happening. It's gonna go on for 350 pages. I don't know if I can deal. Yes, please. And I'll take some the jerk sauce on one of them. Oh, looks so good. So I finished reading The Mismatch by Sarah Jafari, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my thoughts on the story, because this was a gift from Penguin Random House Publishers. So here we go. My child is here for the video. So, The Mismatch. So we're following a 21-year-old woman. I think she's 21. She's just graduated from university in England, and she is living in an apartment with her best friend, who's a gay black man, and she is of Iranian descent. Her parents are from Iran, but she grew up in England. She has older siblings, and her parents are living together, but they are estranged. Like, their relationship is not good because her father has been addicted to things. So they are Muslim, and so there's a little bit of a conflict between how they're trying to raise these children and I guess just modern Western practices. So, you know, the story was interesting. We are reading about Soraya's life and her relationship with this young man she has chosen because she wants some experience with men. She's never been in any kind of a significant relationship before. And so we're reading about the development of that relationship. She meets this man at graduation and kind of how they proceed. But we're getting interspersed chapters that are flashing back to when her mother and father met in Iran. How her mother chose to wear the hijab because she wanted to take the protection that it offered, protection from men thinking that she was available just because they could see her. And it's really pretty interesting of a choice when you usually think about the hijab as being a restriction. So I like that. I like the plot. I like the story. The writing was just, there was too much focus on setting, too much focus on atmosphere and building of atmosphere when it really wasn't interesting. It was an interesting atmosphere, like a lot of details about what people were wearing and what they were eating and where they were standing and moving from one place to the next. I didn't really feel like that was necessary to communicate the plot and the development of the plot, but it's an interesting story. So I'm glad that Penguin Random House sent this to me, and I'd recommend it if you're interested in getting a little bit of maybe a lighter introduction to the conflict of Muslim, not Americans, British Muslims, what it's like to be a person of Iranian descent living in another place. There's a little bit of a discussion of the revolution that happened in the late 1970s, early 1980s, and yeah, a little bit, but I'm finished. So that was it. So I'm done with The Mismatch, and I'm gonna focus now on finishing Courage to Soar, Simone Biles' memoir. This was published after the 2016 Olympics. I gotta go race after the kiddo. So Daddy, I want to pay. Daddy, I got this one. So I just wanted to come on here and show you the 3 books that I read over the last, I guess, 72 hours. And I don't mean read as in started from the beginning, because this one, Chasing Failure, I'd already read some of it. Courage to Soar, I'd already read some of it. But Mismatch, I did read from beginning to end over this weekend. So yeah, I guess this attempt at the Dewey's 24-hour readathon was a success because I finished some things. How many hours did I actually read? I'll try to see if I can calculate and put the number up here. So I'll try to do this again. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.